Hello, beautiful souls. It's Emily with Twins in Union. I hope that everyone is doing well. I have a Twin Flame Collective reading for us today to look at the energies of the full moon in Aquarius, which also happens to be a total lunar eclipse. So this is a very powerful time that we are in right now. And if you saw my last video, you saw I was struggling a little bit. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for your kind comments, your emails, and all of your love and support and your prayers. It just really means a lot to me. And this last week was very challenging as well, but I really do feel like I've moved to the other side of it. And hopefully this eclipse won't stir up more. You know, it's like you get to that point where you're just like, you know, I think I've cried it all out. Like, how could I have any more tears left? Like that Ariana Grande song. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you all. It really warmed my heart and meant a lot to me to feel everyone's support. And yeah, I really hope that you guys are doing well, because it is really intense energy that we're in right now. We are clearing out a lot of old template stuff, and this has to happen in order for us to ground the new template. So we are completing a huge cycle of ascension and getting ready to move into a new beginning, which is exciting, but this is like the nitty-gritty work of releasing. And this is what full moons do, is they ask us to release old habits, old thought patterns, old emotional patterns, old stuff from our lives, and this clears the space for the new to come in. So this eclipse, let's see, it's on July 27th, and it's at 9:20 p.m. London time, 4:20 p.m. New York time. And this eclipse is supercharged and even more potent than any other eclipse, because it is 1 hour and 23 minutes. So it is the longest eclipse of the century. So that is magnifying and amplifying all of this energy even more than a regular eclipse. So yes, very potent, very powerful energy that we are in right now. And Aquarius is an air sign. It is a sign that's about freedom and liberation and independence and serving humanity. And I felt guided to share some tarot cards with the star card, just because I think it's a beautiful card. This is from the Syrian Starseed deck, and so we have the star card here. And so this is just very Aquarian energy coming through this card. And Aquarius is also about healing, and the meaning of this star card is about finding your true north, finding your north star that is your guiding light, that is putting you on your true path and leading you towards your true wishes, dreams, and fulfillment. And I have this one from a more traditional tarot deck, and we see this woman who is naked by this water, and she's got these jugs of water that she is pouring onto the land and into the water. And so the energy of Aquarius is about healing as well, and emotion, and bearing your truth, being in your truth, really aligning with your authenticity and sharing your true emotions, bearing your soul, just really being in your truth, moving towards your truth, and aligning with your wishes and your dreams and your desires. So I think there's so much beauty coming out of this full moon. And at the same time, it is this energy of healing and awakening and vulnerability and bearing our soul and really stepping into the truth of who we are. And in order to do that, we have to let go of all of the aspects of us that are not who we are, that are not aligned with our truth, that are not aligned with our true path. It's like sometimes we need the universe to smack us up against the head and say, that's not the right direction. Go over in this direction. This is your true north. So yeah, it's just really powerful energy. And this is some of what has been coming up for me and what I'm seeing coming through in the reading. And let's see. I took some notes here. Is there anything else? So lots of releasing energy. Like I was saying, full moons are about releasing, and the sun is pulling all this energy out of the moon. So it's like pulling all of this energy out of us. So it could be supercharged with emotion. It could be, there could be triggers that come up, but it's really allowing for more compassion, that healing and compassion and forgiveness and understanding, and being in your truth and also allowing others to be in their truth and accepting and acknowledging that. So it's coming from a place of inner peace where I love and accept you and I love and accept me, and it's all okay even if we do have opposing views or differences. Let's see. This is also a time where it is important to practice patience. And I feel like as a collective, we are doing a lot of balancing and being in that energy of healing and forgiveness. And it takes patience. It takes time and patience to be in that energy. So really be patient with yourself. Be patient with your beloved. Be patient with your friends and your family. Be patient with the clerk at the grocery store. And we have Mars retrograde right now, so I think that's going to kind of help slow our reactions, where we don't have a sudden blow-up reaction, but we kind of sit with it and go within before we burst out with a reaction. And this is also a time of death and rebirth, and I have really been in that death energy where it's just like old life has to go, old Emily has to go, just all of these old things that we've been clinging onto that feel comfortable have to go. And again, it's just part of that aligning with our true North Star. Let's see. I also feel like right now we are really at like the height of 2018, which is an 11-year, which breaks down to a 2, and that is the energy of awakening and breaking down the old paradigm and creating the new paradigm. So again, I just feel like all of this releasing we're doing, all these completions of cycles that we're going through, it is serving a greater purpose for us to all really ground the new template of divine love and really start to move towards that new earth energy. This is the Aquarius full moon. We are moving into the age of Aquarius. And so this is just giving us like this burst of energy to give birth to the age of Aquarius. And twin flames play such a key role in that, where we are here to help ground the divine love template that will be the love template for the age of Aquarius. So just know that even though it's really, really challenging and you might be feeling so many mixed emotions, and since this is an air sign, you might really be up in your head and having really challenging thoughts right now. Just know that you are doing your mission as a twin flame. If you can get that observer perspective, that higher perspective, and just know that even though it might feel really uncomfortable and really challenging, you are a warrior, you are on a divine mission, you are going through all of this for a very, very powerful purpose that is assisting all of humanity, that's assisting the ascension of Mother Gaia, that is assisting the whole universe. So acknowledge yourself and appreciate yourself and appreciate how hard it is, because it is such a beautiful, amazing mission that we have. And we are really needed, and this work that we're doing, even though it's painful and uncomfortable and challenging, is really needed. So just remember how amazing you are. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it at that, and I will turn the camera towards the cards here and dive into some of these messages, because I feel like this is just going to take us even deeper into where we are at right now as a collective, and what is happening for us at this full moon. So with that being said, I'm going to turn the camera towards the cards and we will dive into these messages. So here we go. Okay. Let's see. Get it centered here. My camera is backwards, so whenever I try to move it, it just is really confusing. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, so let's see. So like I was saying, this is a twin flame collective reading. So this is for all twin flames in our soul group. So keep that in mind as you are receiving these messages. It is a general reading, so some of it may resonate, some of it may not resonate. You might resonate some with the masculine, you might resonate some with the feminine. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. And I do offer personal private readings. So I offer this spread. It's a full union spread where you can see the energies taking place between you and your beloved. So if you would like to see what is happening specifically within your personal connection, I would be honored to support you by providing you with a private reading. And I will leave information for that in the description box below, or you can visit my website, which is twinsinunion.com. And all of my reading offerings are on there. Let's see, as far as the decks that I'm using today, I have the Energy Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. And I have clarifying cards on the outer edges from the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. And let's see, at the very end, I will wrap up with Oracle card guidance with messages from Spirit for us from the Wisdom of the Golden Path, and that is by Tony Carmine Salerno. And I also have, which right now my books are kind of buried, so I'm not going to try to dig it out right now, but I will be sharing romance messages for us from the Divine Love Letters book, which is a book of channeled letters from twin flames to twin flames. So I will be sharing a romance message from there. And I think that covers all of the decks and materials that I'm using. So I have the Divine Masculine energies on this side, and I have the Divine Feminine energies on this side, and then the Union in the center. And I will start with the bottom of the deck energy, which is like a circumstantial energy, or like kind of like the weather surrounding surrounding us right now with these energies. So on the bottom of the deck is Journey. And whenever I see this card, I always think of the Fool, because we see this woman and she's on this journey, and she's on this kind of rickety old bridge. So there's just this feeling of uncertainty, but she still is moving forward in faith. And she has this lamp here, which is like the universe, divine light that is shining down on her, showing her her true path, letting her know it's okay to keep taking one step in front of the other. And she also has her little lantern here in her other hand, so she has her own guiding light within her, and she has the divine light of the universe guiding her as well. And she's moving forward in faith. And this is a number 2, which is a number that is keep the faith. Keep moving forward in faith. 2 is also a number of divine partnership. So the partnership between you and Spirit, and the partnership between you and your beloved, all working together to guide you in moving forward and taking that leap of faith. And I feel like this is where we are right now, where each twin, feminine and masculine, are wanting to take the leap of faith. They're wanting to move forward. And these energies that we are in right now are helping to clear anything that we need to clear in order to be able to take that next step and move forward in faith. And it's kind of dark. She's in nighttime. So that's creating that feeling of, I don't know, I have doubts about this, I feel uncertainty, is it safe? Do I keep going? But this is Aquarius, and Aquarius is the star, and we can only find that star, that true north star, when it is dark out. It is the light in our sky, in the sky, that is our guiding light, right? So we just have to remember to have faith, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and just move forward in unconditional trust. So I think that's a really telling energy for the circumstantial energy that we are in right now, where we are ready to be in that place of faith and to keep moving forward. We're ready to take the leap. We're ready for the new beginning. And so for the bottom of the deck of the Good Tarot, we have the Nine of Earth. So this just is, I feel this is both twins. This has an image of a feminine figure, so I'm feeling a lot of feminine energy coming through this card, where I do feel like the feminine is in this place of faith and prayer, and the star is about hopes and wishes and dreams and fulfillment. And so I feel like this is that feminine who is holding space for her masculine, and she has worked really hard to create all of these 9 pentacles and worked on her mission, worked on her health, worked on getting her physical order, her physical world in order. She's done her spiritual work. She's done, you know, everything she's needed to do, and she's just ready for that 10th pentacle to come in and really solidify and complete everything. I feel like this is true for the masculine too, that the masculine has done so much work. This is those masculines that have been through the dark night of the soul, that have been learning about themselves, that have been growing and moving through really challenging circumstances and discovering who they are and discovering what's true for them. And that the masculine is also in a place of needing to be patient right now and trust. and to know that that 10th pentacle will come into place for them as well. So, yeah. And there's also like this big full moon behind her here. So okay, well, let's move on over to the masculine. And so I asked Spirit, what is the Divine Masculine thinking regarding his twin flame connection at the time of this full moon in Aquarius? So the card that came up is financial constraints. And this card has been coming up a lot lately, so I feel like this is a really strong energy that is coming up right now. What I'm picking up from this card, it could be possible that there are divine masculines who are struggling financially, and this is something that's really weighing heavily on their mind. The divine masculine does tend to feel a sense of self-worth and like their self-identity is very strongly linked to their finances and their success, their material success. So it's very possible that some divine masculines are in this mindset where they are thinking about money and how they can create more financial abundance within their life so that they do feel more of a sense of worthiness for their divine feminine. But I'm also just really feeling that this isn't necessarily about money for some divine masculines, that this is more of a deficiency like mindset, a lack mindset, where it's like a restricted, constricted way of thinking, where the divine masculine is perceiving himself, and as a result of perceiving himself from this place of like a lack of abundance, then that is how he's perceiving the connection. So it's like his own lens through which he sees himself is how he is perceiving the connection, if that makes sense. So it's just this lack mentality where he isn't really able to see the full beauty and abundance and like juiciness of how amazing the connection is, because he's in this like old mental pattern where it's just like all the things that don't work and all the things that don't fit and all the things that are like the differences and all of the things that feel like just this emptiness, where it's just like looking at everything that's wrong, looking at the glass half empty instead of looking at the glass half full, and seeing what's wrong and seeing what's missing and not being able to, it's like this thought pattern is coming from him struggling to be able to fully be in his personal power and to fully be aligned with that North Star and to really see his own worth or her own worth through the lens of the beauty of the soul. And so this is just a thought pattern that I feel is really rising to the surface right now for the divine masculine. And it's just, he's needing to really balance that masculine energy within him and also really connect with spirit. And this is going to help the divine masculine return to a place of wholeness and to heal this limiting belief and this limiting thought pattern that does feel really restrictive and that is this lack mentality. And I'm noticing the color of this card and how it's just really brown. There's just so much brown coming through here, which just makes me think of the earth and dirt. So I feel like it's important for you divine masculines to really ground your energy right now. Like I was saying, Aquarius is an air sign, so it can be like a lot of mental energy. So if you are in a place where these old thought patterns of everything's wrong, the glass is half empty, I am not feeling worthy of this connection, it's just, I don't know how it's ever going to come together, then really ground your energy. Get out in nature, go into a forest, go for a walk on the beach, surround yourself with green energy, or just whatever your thing is that helps you quiet your mind. I just feel like that was really supportive for you right now and will help create more of a sense of stability and balance. And this is a 13, so 1 representing aligning with your true identity as a divine sovereign being, stepping into that place of leadership. And with the number 3, that is the Trinity, where you are connecting with spirit. Open up that 7th chakra and connect with spirit and allow yourself to feel all of the beauty and the abundance spirit wants to shower you with, all of the blessings. And if you feel inclined to do a gratitude journal, that is a great way to start to shift your mindset out of lack mentality into abundance mentality, where you really start to see everything that's working, everything that's going well, all of the things that are right, rather than looking for all of the things that are wrong. So just a suggestion if that resonates. This is a 13, so that adds up to 4. So again, 4 is about grounding, it's about the physical plane, it's about balance, structure, stability. So whatever you need to do to help create more of that stability and groundedness, I feel is important for you right now. And the clarifying card that came up with this is the 8 of air. So again, air energy, very mental energy here. And this is the energy of like feeling mentally trapped, where you can't see your way out, you can't see your way through. And it's about busting through the illusions. It's the thing that's creating this really empty, constricted lack mentality it's an illusion. It's not real. It's just a perception and a thought pattern and belief system that you are ready to liberate yourself from and break free from. And like in this image, this angel is on a cloud and she can't see through the cloud. She's, all these feathers are floating down here and she can't see them. Because she's stuck in this cloud of illusion. So this eclipse is really going to help you break free from old belief systems, old thought patterns that are creating a mentality of lack. And you will liberate yourself from that. That's this energy of Aquarius, breaking free, liberating yourself, not buying into old ideas of society, and finding your own truth, finding your own North Star within you, and letting that be your guiding light, and the abundance, opening up to receiving the abundance from that place. So really deconstruct your thoughts and think about where you're being held back and how you can bust through that. Where are the illusions are tricky, because it's like you think that it's real for so long, and then when you start to question it, it can be that shake-up energy where it's just like, wow, everything that I thought was reality isn't. So just let yourself go there. Let yourself break through into new ways of seeing things and perceiving things and thinking about things. Okay. And one other message with this is, once you do break through this, which I know that you will, then you will be able to take action. Everything's going to free up and you will be able to move forward. And that leads me into these next two cards. So what is the divine masculine feeling in the heart space, in the emotional body? And we have action and victory. So this is beautiful energy where the divine masculine is wanting to move forward, really feeling that call, really feeling the urge to break free, move forward. I'm getting the image of a horse race where the horses are in the cage waiting for the gate to rise up so that they can bust out of the gate. And so it's like the divine masculine is sitting in the gate in this constricted way of thinking, in this 8 of air energy, feeling trapped, and is wanting that gate to lift up so that he can move forward and break free and move towards victory. He feels really called to this beautiful, golden, divine feminine figure that is, he knows she's there, ready, waiting for him, holding space for him, and he's wanting to go for it. So it's exciting. Like I said, this is a work in progress and energies are transitional. So this is what he's feeling, yet I'm also getting the sense that this is a process, and I think the clarifying cards will help explain that more. So divine masculine, it's awesome that you're feeling this, and I just get the sense that there's frustration around it too, because it's like you want things to move forward, but you're still dealing with these limiting thought beliefs or patterns that are holding you back. So be patient with yourself. Just like I'm looking at how peaceful and serene her face is. So be in this place of the present moment as much as you can. I know it's not easy, especially with a lot of these mental energies going on right now, but if you can, meditate and work on being in the present moment. Like I was saying, get out in nature. We see these horses in this field here. So get out in nature and be patient with yourself as you are wanting to break free and move forward. This is a 17 here, so another one for new beginnings, for stepping into your power, stepping into your leadership, stepping into your individuality, and 7 for being on the spiritual path. And if I'm not mistaken, the star card is number 17 in the traditional tarot deck, and so we have a 17 here. So just think about the hopes and dreams and wishes and desires that you want to move towards with your feminine, moving towards your feminine. And 17 adds up to an 8. So that is powerful movement forward. That is, 8 is a number of abundance. 8 is a number of success. 8 is a number of victory. And with a 7 there too, that's also an indicator that you are on the right path. And so even though if it feels challenging and you're stuck right now, you are where you need to be, because this is where you need to be in order to clear out the old stuff, in order for that gate to go up and for you to move forward. And with the number 28 on the victory card, 2 representing the divine partnership, and 8 again representing that powerful movement forward, moving towards victory, success, abundance. And 8 is also the infinity sign when we turn it on its side. So Beautiful twin flame number. And 28 adds up to a 10. So that's completing the cycle, moving into the new beginning. So for the clarifying cards that came up for these, there were quite a few. This one flopped out and it was in reverse. And then these two were like sticking way out of the deck. So I felt guided to pull them out. So we have 8 of water. So 8 of water, and it came up in reverse, like I was saying, which I don't normally read reversals, but when it flips up and it feels very intentional from spirit, then I pay attention to that. But this is a card that is about, and when it's in the reverse position specifically, it's about going deep within and really feeling your feelings and getting clear on a deeper meaning, really searching for a deeper understanding, a more spiritual understanding, the deeper meaning behind everything. And so I feel like the Divine Masculine is just really in this place of taking some time for very careful introspection and really looking in his heart. And this is also an energy of letting go of what's no longer serving us anymore. So I feel like this is the Divine Masculine going into the heart, looking for a deeper meaning, and through that awareness of a deeper meaning, letting go of all of the old emotional patterns that are not serving anymore, in order to be able to move forward. And the other 2 cards that came up with this, and this is, here we have another 8. So we have an 8 here, a 17, which adds up to an 8, and then we have 28. So lots of numerology coming through with this energy of moving forward and moving towards abundance, moving towards success. And the other 2 clarifying cards were the Tower and 2 of Fire. So Tower energy, this is very Aquarian. I believe Uranus is the planet that rules Aquarius. So this is that kind of awakening energy, that shake-up energy, sudden, unexpected things coming your way. Also big realizations and aha moments, like revelations. So I feel like the Divine Masculine, as he is in this place of really looking deeply within the heart space, that it's just creating a powerful shift within the emotional body, within the heart. And it's leading to this 2 of Fire, which is opening up to the vision, being able to have a more clear vision of the future on a soul level, and being able to see things more clearly. And this, I love the image of this as a giraffe, because the symbolism of the giraffe as a totem animal is seeing from the higher perspective. So this giraffe, his head is way up high, and he's got this guiding light that he's holding to move forward. And so this shake-up, this shift in perspective within the heart of the Divine Masculine is going to help him see the connection from a higher perspective and understand things in a whole new light that is going to help him break free and move forward towards victory, towards the feminine. So I think that's really amazing, and just, again, part of this powerful energy in this eclipse that we are in right now. So again, be patient with yourself right now, Divine Masculine, because this is, I just really am feeling strong energy, really powerful, potent stuff. So just be gentle with yourself right now, and Remember that these energies are going to carry through the next 6 months. So it's just going to be a process. So give yourself gentleness and kindness and understanding and patience as you move through all of these energies. Okay, so then I asked Spirit, what does the Divine Masculine need on a soul level? So we're looking at mental, emotional, and now we're looking at the soul. So the card that came up is Door to Value. So what I'm feeling with this card is that Spirit is saying the Divine Masculine on a soul level really needs to see the value of his own soul, have this whole new perception of who he is as a person from the perspective of his soul. And I feel like this is a huge paradigm shift for the Divine Masculine. So again, I just think the Divine Masculine is just going through some major heavy stuff right now. Yeah, I'm just really feeling that. So Divine Masculine, Spirit is asking you to start to see your value, your worth, your beauty, your abundance of who you are as a divine sovereign being from the perspective of your soul. And the Divine Masculine is very wired to be grounded in the 3D matrix, which is about the material, earthly, financial abundance. So we see all of this money and coins, and we see these big red doors, which are first chakra energy, which is what connects us to the earth, that first chakra. So Spirit is saying, see your self-worth and your value and your beauty and your abundance from the place of your soul. And that is going to open the door and lead you into this beautiful golden city on the other side that is where all of your dreams, all of your wishes, all of your desires, everything, all of your fulfillment resides on the other side of that door. And it's just a shift of perspective of seeing yourself as a soul having a human experience instead of a human that happens to have a soul. Your soul is big, your soul is beautiful, your soul is expansive, it is just beyond this world, especially as a twin flame. So own that. Walk through that doorway. Yeah, and this is a 31, and I just think this is so amazing now that I'm looking at these numbers. So in your mental space, we have a 13 with these restricted lack of mentality and a lack mentality, not lack of mentality, lack mentality and just lack of abundance. And then we have 31, which is the other side of that, where it is the door to value, where all of the abundance resides. And so this is the mental space, and this is the soul. So invite this energy that's wanting to come through from your soul into your mental space. And so we have 13 and 31. So I just think that's a very intentional synchronicity from Spirit. And 3, again, is bringing in the Trinity, bringing in the divine, remembering to connect with Spirit, and remember that you are a child of the divine, and that you are so loved, and the universe wants to just shower you with all of this abundance, and to give you all of your dreams, all of your wishes. And number one, again, a new beginning. This doorway is like an ace. This would be like an ace of pentacles. Move through this door, embrace this new beginning that wants to open up for you. The universe is guiding you through this portal, through this eclipse. And on the other side of it is all of this beauty and abundance. And it's ready, it's there for you, it's waiting. All you have to do is open up and receive it. And see yourself as this beautiful divine sovereign being that is so worthy. Just on a soul level, just for who you are, just for being a beautiful soul that's agreed to inhabit this earth and do this amazing soul mission. And another 4, so 4 is the physical earth plane, that grounding, stability, structure, balance. And so then I asked Spirit, why? Why does the Divine Masculine need this door to value on a soul level? And so 2 cards came out. We have the Ace of Fire and the World. So the Divine Masculine needs this door to open, this door to value on a soul level, because this is going to ignite a passionate new beginning within the soul. And this is going to be a new beginning that is going to be a co-creation with Spirit, that is going to complete a cycle of ascension. I don't know why my words are all dyslexic today. A cycle of ascension is being completed for the Divine Masculine. And it is opening up a whole new world. And I'm seeing this as being like the new earth and the age of Aquarius, and this Aquarian energy that we are in right now. It's just really going to like bust open a whole new world, a whole new life for the Divine Masculine. So put your seatbelt on, because this is beautiful, beautiful change that is coming in, that is igniting your soul, where you are completing a cycle and you are moving into a whole new cycle. And it's this beautiful new world, this new earth. And with the 21 here, 2 representing the divine partnership, 1 again representing this new beginning, and we have an ace here for a new beginning. And 3 representing expansion, growth, the Trinity, bringing in the divine. I just feel so much expansion, I would say, with this card. So very powerful, beautiful energy there. Divine Masculine. Okay, let's see. I'm getting another message. I don't know if this applies to all Divine Masculines, but part of this new world and this new ignition that is firing up your soul could involve a new career path, because this is a card that is about career opportunities opening up. So this could be your mission opening up, or some kind of a new job opportunity. So if that resonates, I just felt guided to say that. Okay. So let's move over to the Divine Feminine. So what is the Divine Feminine thinking at the time of this full moon in Aquarius? And we have caring connections. So I was not surprised to see this. This resonates with me. She's just really got this connection on her mind, and I always see this card as being like the 2 of Cups, where it's the masculine and the feminine coming together as equals, and seeing eye to eye, and just feeling the tenderness and the affection and the beauty of the connection, being showered with all of this divine light. So yeah, the divine feminine is thinking about her masculine a lot, and she's thinking about the connection, and she wants this union to come together. She wants to feel him wrap his arms around her. She just really wants him to come forward and express what is in his heart. And she's just really thinking about this beautiful connection a lot. It's in the forefront of her mind all day, all night, in her dreams. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having really vivid dreams, and I haven't really been having dreams with my masculine so much as just people from my past. So anyway, that's another topic, but yeah, she's got this connection on her mind. This is a 14, and so 1 is this new beginning that she's really thinking about, starting with her masculine, envisioning their union, envisioning them coming together. And with a number 4, it's that 4th chakra energy. So her heart chakra, really feeling the connection and just feeling the love. And so the clarifying card, well, actually there were 2 clarifying cards that came up with this caring connections. Oh, when we add the 1 and the 4, we get a 5. And so 5 can be that challenging energy of change and transformation. So what I'm getting is that the divine feminine is thinking a lot about this connection, and that it's also thoughts that may be challenging her right now around the connection of just, I'm ready for this to happen. Why isn't it happening? How much longer until it does happen? Those kinds of thoughts. So I feel like with the number 5, there's change and transformation that's taking place for the divine feminine around how she is perceiving the connection. And the clarifying thought, geez, I don't know what is going on. I'm just having like tripping over my words today. Maybe it's the lunar energies, the eclipse energies, but so 2 cards came out as clarifiers. We have the 10 of Earth and the Sun. So 10 of Earth is the divine feminine is really thinking about how she wants this connection to come together and be really solid. And now it's reminding me of this 9 of Earth. And so now we have the 10 of Earth. So here the divine feminine is in that place of being so ready. She's done all the work and she is patiently waiting. And here she's thinking about this caring connection because she's ready for that 10th pentacle. She's ready for something that is going to stand the test of time, that's going to be really solid, that's going to be a full life together with joy and family and a dog and grandparents and kids, like just the whole package deal. Like, and that it's just going to be rock solid and have longevity to it. And then we have the Sun. So she's wanting the joy, she's wanting the beauty, she's wanting the bliss. And she's also really wanting illumination and clarity, because I just get the sense that around this, the thoughts that she's having, that there is confusion and uncertainty and maybe just going over things in her mental space. And she's just like, I just want some clarity. I want this light to come in. I want to see the light of the situation and not be in the dark anymore. Like, I want to know the answers. I want the illumination. And the Sun is also about healing. So I feel like she is thinking about how healing this connection is, and she's wanting to experience that healing of coming together with her beloved. And this is a 10 And then we have a 19 with the sun. So we have a 10 and a 10. And then in this one we had a 5. So I feel like the Divine Feminine is going through a lot of thoughts right now that are transforming and transmuting and shifting and changing, and the light will come. We are in Leo right now, so the sun is in Leo, and so Leo is that illumination where the sun is powerful and strong, and we see this big beautiful sun here and sunflowers, and the sun is also about being in that childlike nature where it's just that childlike innocence of just knowing and having faith and trusting so that you can be light and joyful. Like if you look at a little child playing and running around outside, they don't have a care in the world. They just are totally free to be me kind of energy. So I feel like Spirit is saying for the Divine Feminine, just work on transmuting and transforming any thoughts that are challenging you around your connection, and move into this sun energy where it is just trusting and having faith and being you, just shining your light, and the 10th pentacle will come in. Okay, so what is the Divine Feminine feeling in her heart? And so we have broken heart. So I feel like this refers back to some of the mental energy, that challenging mental energy around the connection. So, yeah, she's just really missing her masculine and feeling sad and wanting to have everything come together, but it's like more patience is needed, more time is needed. So you might be feeling alone, you might be feeling sad. There's this teardrop here. You might be wondering, why is it taking so long? Why isn't there any action? And just feeling that feeling of like, I feel like I've done everything that I can do. Like, you know, what else is there to do? I've done everything I can. And so it's just feeling the separation and feeling like there's just nothing else that you can do. And it just feels like this kind of sadness around that, of just accepting what is. And this is a number 9. So this is, I feel, another part of this completion of energy, these cycles of energy and ascension. So this is coming to a completion. This is an emotional pattern that's coming up for the feminine with this full moon. And the clarifying card that came up with it is the 10 of air. So again, more air energy, which is that mental energy here. So I feel like whatever challenging thoughts are happening for the Divine Feminine in her mental space about the connection, it's bringing up this emotional energy. You know how our mind and our body and our heart are all intertwined when we look from a holistic point of view. So this is energy that the Divine Feminine is completing, this painful mental pattern that's creating this feeling of heartbreak. But the beauty of the 10 of air, which would be like the 10 of swords, is that it is the end of a cycle. And once this energy completes, it's done. It's over. It doesn't come back. So whatever this pattern is that needs to be released, allow it to be released, because you want it to be done. You want it to be over. You don't want to have it keep coming back. So if you need to take that time and space where you curl up on the couch with a blanket and a box of Kleenex and just let it all out, then do that, because that's when we feel, we heal. So just honor whatever needs to come up to be released with this full moon. So I hope that that's helpful. But yeah, it can be challenging energy. So just same goes for the feminine. Be really gentle and patient with yourself right now, and whatever is coming up, create space for that and embrace it rather than resisting it and repressing it. Because allowing it to move through you is what will clear it and heal it. What is the divine feminine needing on a soul level at this full moon? And we have a man holding a heart. So see, this just all perfectly connects here. She's thinking about this connection. She's missing her masculine, and she's needing her masculine to come forward and express his love. And that is just going to be so healing for her soul whenever it does happen. So divine feminine, just know he does hold his heart for you. This is the love that he's carrying, even if he isn't being open about it or overly expressive about it, or even a tiny bit expressive about it. You know, if he's hiding it deep within his heart and he's not outwardly showing it, just really know that he loves you with all of his heart and soul. And I just feel like this is the message that Spirit really wants to get across with this card, is to reassure the feminine that the masculine really, really loves you. And I feel Archangel Michael coming through with a message for the feminine with this card, saying, call on him, call on Archangel Michael when you are in this broken-hearted energy and you're missing your masculine. And Archangel Michael wants to help you not feel alone. He wants to provide you with that powerful masculine energy and support you through this challenging time. And Archangel Michael also wants you to know that he is working with your divine masculine closely and assisting him and supporting him in tapping into his warrior energy and giving him strength and courage to move forward in the connection. So I just feel Archangel Michael really strongly wanting to let you know, like, hey, we've got your back, and call on him anytime to help give you strength when your masculine can't be by your side. And again, we have a 45, which adds up to a 9. So we have a 9 here in the heart, and we have a 9 here on the soul level. And so again, more endings and completions. Lots of 9s and 10s in this reading. And 4 representing the heart chakra, and 5 representing this change and transformation that is happening with the divine masculine right now. He really is going through major awakening, change, and transformation. So trust that. And eventually he will get to that place where he will express his feelings. He really, really will. It's just like peeling back the layers of the onion or pulling the petals off of the rose and getting to the beautiful core essence of love that's deep within. It's there. It's just being revealed and being like slowly unfolding and through all of the healing and transformation and awakening that's happening. It's always there. Just like when there's clouds, there still is the sun. The sun hasn't gone away. It's just covered up by the clouds. So the divine masculine, his love is always there, even if you can't see it, just like the sun. And then the clarifying card that came up with this is 2 of air. More air. Imagine that. So this is that card where it does feel like confusion and indecision, and I don't know how to think about this connection because I'm not sure if he really loves me, and he's not coming forward, and there's no action, and he's not openly expressing his feelings for me. So now what? Now what do I do? How do I be with this? And so 2 is that number of faith. Just keep the faith. And Spirit is saying, keep the faith. He really does love you. You know, we're working on it, and he's doing the work. He's going through his transformation. We've got the 5 here. He's going through the transformation. Just trust, have faith. Okay? All right. Yeah, he will. I'm seeing the Knight of Cups card. So he will come forward with an offer of love. So trust, faith, hang tight, be in your deep knowing, trust your intuition. Okay, let's look at the energy of the union. So for the energy of the union, we have the garden and the gate. So this card is about stepping outside of your comfort zone. So again, this is that energy of like the Fool again, of taking the leap of faith. So this is for the union, and I feel like this is both twins are preparing to step beyond this gate here out into the unknown together. And we see this feminine figure, and she's in this garden, and it has all of these beautiful flowers, and she's got her little basket of flowers, and it feels like all safe and cozy and comfortable. And she's looking out into the horizon, and she has this really hesitant look on her face of like, I'm curious, I want to venture out there, but what if this? But what if that? Like, I don't know for sure what lies beyond this fence, this gate. So I feel like it's both twins wanting to go out into the unknown and take the leap of faith, but there still is like this uncertainty and hesitation, and this eclipse is going to help clear whatever is holding each twin back from being able to take that leap and move out into this beautiful, lush, green field, like all of this green heart energy, all of the beautiful, nurturing Mother Gaia energy that's waiting for them. And there's 2 little butterflies here, so the twins there, and each one is going through their own purification and transformation. And it's that purification and transformation that is going to help them take the leap of faith. This is a number 30, so 3 representing the Trinity, the divine coming in with each twin and assisting them and co-creating with them and supporting them in moving forward in this new journey together. And we have the 0 here, and the 0 is the Fool card. The 0 is the beginning of the new journey. So both twins are preparing to take that leap of faith, to step out into the unknown and to begin this new journey together in union. So it's really beautiful, beautiful. And there's all this pink, and pink is a combination of red and white. So red representing the passion that each twin feels for each other, and the white representing the purification. So each of them will be in their passion and their soul's truth, and in their purity, their pure essence of who they are. So beautiful energy. And the clarifying card that came up with this is the Strength card. So again, taking that leap of faith and starting this new journey with strength and courage and self-confidence, taming that beast within, that ego, or those sabotaging kind of thoughts that can be like wild beasts that get out of control, and taming that. I mean, when we look at this image, it's like she has tamed the lion and she's just petting it like it's a kitty cat. And so each twin is going through this right now of releasing old thought patterns, old emotional patterns, old template patterns that are going to give them the strength to move forward into this beautiful new beginning, this new journey together. And also with the Strength card, it's reminding me of Leo. We are in the sign of Leo, and we are approaching the Lion's Gate, which is on August 8th, 8/8. And so this is a really powerful portal where we receive showers of divine light, and it infuses our hearts with the courage and the strength and the power to take the leap of faith, to move beyond our comfort zone, to move beyond the quaint little garden that feels safe, and venture out into the big wild unknown of the big grassy field that lies beyond, and to do it together. And this is a strong bond. This is such a powerful, strong bond. When we are together, we are stronger. We're stronger together than we are apart. And we can do anything together. We can conquer the unknown together. And we are pioneers that are paving the new path. So we are laying the new groundwork for the new earth. So somebody has to be the pioneer. Somebody has to be strong enough to take that leap into the unknown and start to pioneer this new path of divine love for ourselves and for all of humanity and for future generations to come. This is the new paradigm that we are creating as we are dismantling all of the old paradigm. And again, another 8. Lots of 8s, lots of 9s, and lots of 10s and 2s. So keeping the faith, closing out these old patterns, limiting thoughts, belief systems, old template patterning and conditioning, and finding that strength to move into the unknown, to move into the new beginning, to start the new adventure. And it is going to be successful. It is going to be abundant. It is going to be victorious. And this is that infinity, that eternal love that we share for lifetimes, for tens of thousands of years, since the beginning of time. So I think this is beautiful energy for our unions, and it's really exciting energy. And I just think that this eclipse and the Lion's Gate is all going to lead us into a beautiful new new dimension, a new age, a new earth. So it's exciting. All right. So that wraps up with these cards. So I'm going to share the romance message and get the books out here. So what I did was I added up all of the numbers of the cards in the reading, and I got number 85, so then that told me which letter to read in the book. And if you want to check this out, it's available on Amazon. It's Divine Love Letters, and it's Nikki from the Divine Love Crystal Grid. She channels these letters and made these books. So, okay, So letter number 85. It says, "My sweet pea, you give me life. You are like the rain on a really, really hot day, and you just need refreshing. You are the air that I breathe, and you are in everything I see, feel, and touch. I wish that it was easy to come to you, easy to talk about my feelings, easy to take all the pain away. I am so much in my head at the moment. I don't want to be, and I'm trying not to be, but my thoughts just take over. The what if is haunting me. At least I know that I have to do something about it. I can't live in fear. I can't live my life thinking, what if, and never have told you how much I love you. I am going to. Trust me. Our future is certain. My love is certain. Our love is king." And that's reminding me of that Sade song. I think it's Our Love is King is the title of the song. I could be wrong. But something about love being king. Anyway, I love that letter. I think it's a beautiful letter, and it just perfectly fits everything coming through the reading. So that's from volume 1, and now I'm going to read from volume 2. It says, "I want you to know that you are my magic stone, the stone that turns my heart from stone into a beautiful shining golden beaming ray of light. Your ray of light is beaming a signal from your heart to my heart. We are beacons of brilliant light and love, like a lighthouse on a stormy night, guiding the ships home to safety. We are each other's lighthouse, guiding us back through choppy and stormy waters for us to be home. Ashore again on dry land, in each other's arms, lying on the beach, living a life of pure freedom in love." Ooh, I like that. And freedom, again, it's that Aquarian energy. So everything that we're going through is going to move us into this place of being free to love each other. Not being all wrapped up in fear and anxiety and not being able to fully express ourselves and be ourselves with each other. But like busting through all of that and moving into a place of just being free to be ourselves and fully be with each other. It's really exciting. Okay, so I asked Spirit for some guidance to wrap up the reading. And for the Divine Masculine, the card that came up is Questioning Your Beliefs. So I'm going to read from the book for deeper insight. It says, "Something has caused you to falter, and it seems like things are just getting too difficult. You start to examine and question your beliefs and realize that perhaps they are the source of the problem. Look at your beliefs objectively and try to identify the ones that restrict you in some way. These beliefs keep you from experiencing greater joy. We generally inherit our beliefs from our family, friends, and society. As such, we took them for granted and without question. It is now time for you to free yourself of the beliefs that no longer serve you or support you. Pay particular attention to those beliefs that stem from fear. Do you really need these beliefs? If not, then replace these beliefs with new and loving ones. This may also be a good time to study other cultures and diversify your knowledge and awareness. Explore everything with an open mind. You will find that life is a rich and colorful tapestry of endless truths and viewpoints." So I think this perfectly fits with everything that we saw coming up in the cards for the Divine Masculine, especially this financial constraints card and that 8 of Air card, where it's just that energy of limiting thoughts, limiting beliefs, and feeling trapped and stuck within those limiting beliefs. And so really ask yourself, where you can bust through that, where you can break through that, and maybe getting out a journal and writing down some of these beliefs and starting to really question them. And I think it's Byron Katie. She's a spiritual teacher, and she talks about, she really does a lot of dismantling of belief systems through her work. And she says something to the effect of that it's believing our own thoughts that creates our suffering. So look at your thoughts and start to question them. Is that true? Is that true? Like, each thought, just break it down and ask yourself, is that true? And you could also Google Byron Katie and look into her work if you really want to take this to a deeper level, because she can really just take a thought and turn it around within a matter of minutes. And it's really amazing, powerful work that can unravel belief systems really fast. So anyway, Divine Masculine, start questioning every thought. Is that true? Is that really true? How can I know that's true? Just really start to dismantle those thoughts. Okay, for the Divine Feminine, the guidance from Spirit is, I am truth. It says, your reluctance to speak your truth is causing you and others more harm than good. Do not be afraid of expressing how you really feel. This card has shown up in your reading today to encourage you to express yourself clearly. Making your feelings and opinions known will take courage, but it is a necessary step, essential to your well-being and your evolution. Making your feelings known will free you from this burden. It will feel like a heavy weight has been lifted from your shoulders. Know that the truth, when spoken honestly and lovingly, will not hurt anyone. Yes, there may initially be hurt feelings, and even a little bit of disappointment or anger, but this will soon dissolve and be replaced with respect instead. Honesty and clear communication is what is best for all concerned, and the truth will set you free. So again, this theme of freedom and breakthrough and liberation, this is all this Aquarian energy coming through. So I know this card really speaks to me. So if there is something that has been coming up in your connection with your masculine, or maybe it's something coming up with a coworker or a family member or a friend where it's just really challenging you to step up in your power and express your truth, regardless of how it might impact the other person, just like the little snippet from the book said, even if it does cause them some disappointment or hurt feelings at first, it will ultimately be for everyone's highest good and lead to more openness in the connection and more honesty and more understanding and more respect. And I know for me especially, being an empath, I always think of other people first and how do they feel and how do they think and what do they need. And I compromise my own truth sometimes as a result of that. So I think this is just part of the Divine Feminine being asked to really step into her truth, step into her power, and really speak her truth from this place of love. It doesn't mean saying things in a way that does diminish the other person's spirit. You would not want to do that. But saying it from a place of, this is my truth, and from a place of love and compassion and understanding, it has to really have that intention behind it. And you can't go wrong. So, yeah, I just, like I said, I feel like that definitely resonates for me. So I hope that that helps someone else out there. And yeah, so that wraps up the reading. I hope that this was helpful for you. And I hope that you can sail through these eclipses with grace and ease, and enjoy the benefits of the healing that comes from it. And yeah, and if you would like guidance, please feel free to contact me. I would love to support you. Again, my website is twinsinunion.com. And yeah, I hope this gave you clarity and healing in your own journey. And I'm sending you lots of love and many blessings. Take good care. Bye-bye.